Oh my gosh, he's got a baby stroller. How are you today? Everything been good? What, you like that? It feels nice? Well, it's good to see you as always. Wow, that was fantastic. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood. We're here today to check out all of the updates at the park, but first and foremost, I would like to give a shout out to our comment winner from last week. If you guys want to win a shout out on the next video, all you have to do is go down right now and comment that you want a shout out, and you may get featured on the next video. But all right, guys, now that that's out of the way, let's get into all of the updates today at the park. And here we are, guys, in front of the prior Walking Dead attraction. You will notice that work walls have now officially gone up around the attraction. The front entrance sign is now completely removed for the attraction. So things have moved pretty darn swiftly here at the Walking Dead, and this walkthrough attraction is no longer. Allow me to welcome all of you back to Pet's Place, where a lot more has changed since our last trip to the park. One of our big updates of the day is right here at MacGuff Cinema, where you will see they have now added posters for Captain Snowball. It says, "It's snow time, baby." This film has been rated AA for absolutely amazing, and it is coming soon. On this side of the facade, you'll also notice there is one for Pets 2, and that is just the poster that is on this side of the MacGuff Cinema facade. Since our last trip to the park, they have also added this virtual line ticket sign. We had always been speculating that this is where it was going to take place. We saw the kiosk place here a little while back, so we kind of knew this is where it was going to happen. But to see the sign here is definitely our confirmation that this is where the virtual line tickets will ultimately be distributed, at least the hard copies. Obviously, you're going to have to use the app if you want to do the virtual stuff completely. But if you want the hard ticket virtual line ticket, this is where you will be coming to receive that at the park. Right across the way from the virtual line tickets is a newly decorated facade. On the door it says, "Otto's Toys, open Monday through Saturday, but today, sorry, they are closed." You'll also notice on the windows more stickers have been added on these windows as well. And another shout out to T2 is also on this window. This is the Cyberdyne sticker. This is the second shout on these facades to T2. So very cool shout outs by Universal to their old attraction that used to be just right there where Despicable Me Minion Mayhem currently sits. On the side here, there used to be an underground sign that is now being painted with the Otto's Toy Box. I'm assuming it's their store logo. So we were wondering what was going to go here because we saw this covered up on my last trip to the park, but now we officially know it's the logo for the store. And at the Let's Be Happy Preschool, and I know I showed you guys this on our last trip to the park. I showed you the details that have been added, but even more details have now been added. If you look inside, you will see the Cubbies little plastic bins have now been filled. These bins were not filled before, so there's pencils and water bottles and even little plush toys that have now been filled in these little plastic bins. So that's pretty cool. That's another neat addition. Just filling up this window facade. It's pretty So at the cross section of Minion Way and Pet's Place, right across the street from the Secret Life of Pets attraction, is Mulligans Irish Pub, which is once again back open after a short closure. I predicted that this would be leaving the park, so my prediction here so far was not correct. Kind of surprised, but I can't be right about everything all the time, so definitely surprised it's still open and kind of happy, to be honest. A little piece of park history that will remain at least for the time being. And right next to Super Silly Funland, the retheming of Grus Lab Cafe continues, and one thing you will take notice is the mural, which has now finished painting since our last trip to the park. You will see "This Way to Super Silly Funland" painted up there. As we saw before, there is also Minions still painted on the side of this, so we still think this will be themed to a Minion Cafe. We're still waiting on confirmation and for this to open back up, but for right now, that is where all speculation is headed. Looking down at Super Nintendo World, we can actually see a few very exciting things. First and foremost, you have to take notice how many workers are down there and how active this construction site looks today. The Mushroom Kingdom seems to be getting a little more love than what we noticed on our last trip here. There is a lot of movement in the Mushroom Kingdom area of the construction site. You'll also notice construction workers on the very top of the Mario Kart show building. So there is a lot of work also happening at the top of that show building. Something that you should definitely take note of is the fact that they are now creating these barricades. There's almost like sound walls or inclusion walls. These are the walls that will absolutely immerse guests within Super Nintendo World. These should block off any awkward sight lines. They should keep sound in the world. Think of these walls kind of like the experience that you get when you go to Diagon Alley. A very immersive experience. You feel like you're in the world, and these walls that are now going up just behind Panda Express should provide for some great theming and immersion while you are in Super Nintendo World. They've only been up now for a day or two, so you guys are seeing this as it's happening. One of the most spectacular views in the park is this view overlooking the entire valley and the back lot. Let's take a trip to the lower lot of Universal Studios Hollywood. Now, taking a look at the lower lot studio directory, you'll immediately notice that wait times are absolutely fantastic today. This obviously creates for a great day at the park for me. But one thing you do have to take notice is that Secret Life of Pets is now officially added to the studio directory, and the Walking Dead attraction has now been removed. So keep that in mind the next time you take a look at the studio directory. Over at Jurassic World, everything seems to be holding steady here. You'll notice that the splashdown area is still drained. There are no boats on the track as far as we are aware. The load area is still completely empty. And this refurbishment is still on track for, we are guessing, a little over a month. We're speculating this is gonna come back sometime around the end of March, all the way running even into early April, just depending on external factors and things that may occur during the refurbishment. But if things stay just as they are supposed to be, we are expecting the ride to come back during that time frame. One thing that I said in the last video to do is to keep an eye on the splashdown area. Once you see this refilled and you see boats back on and testing, this should tell you that we are getting very close to this attraction opening back up for guests. Bumblebee is out and saying hello to guests right now. Check this out. All the way to the very end here, the show building is now completely covered. So that is something that has changed since our last trip to the park. All the way to the end, the show building is covered, but as you can see over here, we still have some open panels halfway through the show building on this side. Coming up the old Starway, hopefully you guys can hear, they're playing Secret Life of Pets music in here. Secret Life of Pets taking over the park. Right here at the Animation Studio store, the Illumination Store, you'll notice that Secret Life of Pets have taken over in the window. There's Gidget and Max hanging out together. On this side, you'll notice that Trolls have taken over right here on the outside, and as you walk in, there is all kinds of Trolls merchandise immediately in the front of the store to greet you. I actually have to love the Back to the Future themed Hello Kitty stuff. You guys know I love Back to the Future, so seeing that instead of Marty McFly, that's pretty darn funny. I like this merch. I appreciate the nod. But yeah, as far as the eyes can see, guys, Troll merch. Look, everywhere here. Very cool. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's update from Universal Studios Hollywood. There's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot happening at this park, so definitely come out and check out the updates for yourself. Definitely try to get out here. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a great day today or a great night, whatever time it is, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.